Oh, what's up, YouTube? This is Sills the Man, and I'm back at you with another video. In this video, we will talk about 3 reasons, the main reason why you are single, outside of choice, of course. There's nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with choosing to be single. You go to family events and holiday dinners, and they're like, oh, why aren't you married yet? And where's your children? And how long are you gonna wait? You know what you should tell them? Go kick rocks. Actually, don't tell them that, but just say it in your mind. Because the last thing I want you to do is get a whooping from your grandmother. But let's get back on track. The reason, in my opinion, in Sills the Man's opinion, on why you are single, outside of choice, of course, is because you lack communication skills. Communication makes the world go round. Communication makes everything you know in life work. Without communication, you are doomed to fail. So what are you talking about, Sills the Man? How does this relate to being single? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. When you lack communication skills, you lack the foundation of a relationship. So say, for instance, you get into a relationship with a fine young woman, a beautiful tenderoni, a pretty young thing, and everything is perfect. So you go full dive into, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? And she says yes. Great. Now you're in a relationship. But the one thing I recommend before taking that step is laying down the foundation, which is communication. You need to have a talk with her. Y'all need to sit down and have a talk. What are you looking for in this relationship? You need to hear her out on what she's looking for in this relationship. She might be looking for marriage while you're just looking for companionship. You might be just looking for someone to fill the void of your last ex while she's looking for a future investment. When there is no communication, the lines blur, and that will put you on a path of failure. What people don't understand is a relationship doesn't mean both parties involved are on the same wavelength or on the same mindset. There has to be some kind of agreement. A relationship is an agreement. There has to be like-mindedness. Because think about it, if you want one thing that she doesn't want, or she wants one thing that you don't want, what's the point? It's not gonna work. Another point that Sills the Man wants to give to you men out there is have communication with not only her, but yourself. Be honest with yourself. Talk to yourself. Ponder about this big investment and commitment you're about to make. Are you ready for this? Be honest with yourself. Honest. Because I've seen a lot of my friends and people I've known get into relationships that they know they weren't ready for. And guess what happened? It failed because they weren't ready for it. Even if his woman was ready for a relationship, it can't work if the other half of the equation isn't working. Another reason why you are single is because you let your ego run you. One promise I can give you and will give you is that when you're in a relationship, you will get into an argument. You will get into a disagreement. You guys will not agree on everything because you guys are totally 2 different people. So disagreements are bound to happen. But how you handle disagreements is the key to success for relationships. Do not, I repeat, do not let your ego ruin your relationship. One thing I always say, it is okay to not win in everything. It is okay to lose in certain things. And especially in relationships, it is okay to lose arguments. And in my opinion, they are not losses, they are white flags. What you must do is find a solution. Solutions over ego. You do not have to have the last word. It is perfectly okay to say, you know what? You got it. I'm sorry. I am okay with saying sorry. I don't want to argue any longer. I just want to find a solution to this disagreement we have. Point blank. It is okay to lose for the gain of your peace, as long as both parties agree on trying to find a solution. But if you let your ego, I'm talking to you, man, if you let your ego run your relationship, you will run you out of a relationship. Another reason why you are single, you are selfish. Everything is not about you. Everything won't be about you. When you're in a relationship, you share the relationship, so everything shouldn't be about you. Please put into consideration your partner, for this is a partnership. When you're in a relationship, you are committed to someone else, meaning you share responsibility with someone else. You are sharing, period. Share. So remember that. And my last point is that you not being in a relationship might be a reflection on yourself. You know that line that you hear in the movies and the TV shows all the time that people absolutely hate. It's not you, it's me. Sometimes it's true, but that's exactly why I say you need to have communication with yourself to make sure you don't get into a relationship when you know it's you. Sometimes not being able to be in a relationship or getting into relationships and not lasting in them is a reflection on you and your mind and your spirit and the things you think about and the things you feel and believe. Sometimes we have to sit down, look in the mirror and say, what is it about me that I can't stay in a healthy, successful relationship? And sometimes it's not always your fault, but sometimes it is. So Sills the Man highly recommends that you sit down, have an honest talk with yourself, like point number 2, and try to figure out why. A lot of us have childhood trauma, early age trauma, depression, anxiety, a lot of things that have happened to us in our lives that affect us to this day. You know, they say our present is built on our past and our future is built on both. So sometimes we got to look back in the past and see the reasons why we are single. You might find the answers when you look back there. But what do you think? In the comments below, please share your reasons why most people are single. And let's talk about it. I think it's a conversation we all must have. Let's have communication. I want to take this time to thank you guys for coming to my channel. And I just started this channel a couple months ago and I've seen growth like I've never expected. And I just want to thank you guys for even wanting to hear what I got to say, man. It's pretty cool. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Please comment. Let's talk about this. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. These are my reasons why most people are single outside of choice, and I will be making future videos on topics that need to be discussed like this. So please subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe.